Hi, thanks for coming by. This is Artsy Wisdom. My name is Diane. I am doing an experiment. I'm a little interested in Nostradamus. His name has been popping into my mind recently. And I have these things called Moqui Balls. I don't know if you've ever seen them. They're found in the southwestern desert, Arizona and Utah. And they're also called Shaman stones. And their Moqui, I guess, in Hopi is dearly departed ones. And so these are supposed to help you connect with ancestors or the dead. Not anything creepy, but there's female and male ones. I don't know if you can see this. So this is a female one because it has a concave area. And then this is a male because it has like little bump outs, like a male would. So female and male, yin and yang, they go together. So when I hold them, I was channeling or doing my best to get into the energy of Nostradamus, and just some small things I got. Immediately to my left, I felt like a church, not a building church, but the entity of a church, the public institution of the church. And I also felt like I could hear his, I don't know what kind of shoes he was wearing. I could feel the dirt on the floor, like, shh, 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 and he was sitting. He, I think, dabbled in hallucinogenics. He had some sort of autistic spectrum disorder or some sort of mental illness that was triggered by hallucinogenics. And I don't know what those would be at that time, but that's what I feel like. Or he had something like schizophrenia or something like that. I can feel the quill. I can see that in his hand, the ink. And I don't feel, I was asking him about the times we're in now and what they mean. It was more of a, like all the things he's predicted, although his predictions are very mysterious or complex and the words are very convoluted. So they're really hard to interpret. And people, what they do is they usually interpret them after the fact. They don't say in the future. They may, but usually it's after the fact. So I feel like you try to put them in, you take the history that's happened and place them into his words. I don't think he was here now. I don't think he used his psychological or psychic energies or writings for now. I do think because of either his psychosis or schizophrenia or hallucinogenic experience, whatever that is. And also it could be a spiritual experience. Maybe he left his body. Maybe he went into other realms. That's another possibility. But I feel like he was very, very different and by himself a lot. And I feel like writing's very tiny. And I don't know if because paper was expensive or whatever. Very frenetic, not methodical. Kind of like you imagine Van Gogh painting, but not the same, of course. But this kind of added this feeling like obsessed with whatever it is. And that's the feeling I got with him. I do feel like he was a very spiritual person where he went into different realms. That has definitely happened. But I feel like he didn't see this far ahead. I don't think we can say his predictions came to our time. I think we want to. It's kind of fun to imagine somebody from back then being able to predict that much future. I think he had a connection to the human experience. And I think he was not regurgitating, but just spewing stuff that just quick images that he got. And he might have traveled over time, and he did see helicopters or planes that look like birds to him because he wouldn't have any idea. I think he could imagine that. Probably genius slash mentally ill in that category. That's what I'm feeling. Yeah. I do feel like there's something inside of his writings that we haven't discovered yet. Not like something bad, but I think there's things in there. There's, I don't want to say messages, but there's other aspects of it that we haven't discovered. And people have analyzed it for decades or centuries. And I still feel like there's something else that we're not aware of that we may find out in the future. So anyway, I wanted to introduce you to these Moqui Balls. Thank you for coming by. If you have any other ideas for me to do readings on, comments, subscribe, put them down below. That would be awesome. Thank you for all my new subscribers. Until next time.